Hey everybody, I am here. I'm running late for a very important date. Seems like I'm always running late today. I'm not sure why, but I am. So hopefully you all will forgive me. It's been kind of a crazy day. So I hope my sound is working. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. I have some fun and exciting news today. Let's see, I need to turn my volume down. So are y'all here? Anybody here? So we were over in the Zoom today coloring. And yes, you can hear me. I've been having problems with everybody hearing me today, Marilyn. Thank you. Hi, Annie. So we were coloring hair over in the Zoom today, or at least trying to, because I had major malfunction difficulties today. But Marilyn, can you type what you were going to ask me on the screen, and I will go ahead and answer it here too. Hi, Angela. So one thing you guys probably missed in the Zoom is we have a new sponsor for the group, and the new sponsor is the East Wind, and these are some of her images that we're going to be using for skin and for hair, mostly for hair. So I'm really excited about that. And they will be cropped and they're put into things like this just so that you can color and practice. So these were some of, this is kind of what we did today. We were practicing with different colors. And I need to put this on here because I added that color at the end. Angela, it's okay that you missed the Zoom today because I was having all kinds of technical difficulties and I was late. And Zoom kept kicking us out and stuff. So, or at least me. So you didn't really miss anything. But we were just talking about different colors of hair and stuff. So this is what we colored today. And I missed Marilyn's question at the last minute. I'm so sorry. So let's see here. We're supposed to do skin today. And we're supposed to do Latino skin today. I'm going to go ahead and use this Marcy that's close. Or wait, maybe I have something over here we can use. Because I have so much stuff cut out. Like I said, I am running so behind. It's terrible. So yeah, I'll just use this one because this is close to the Marcy that we have on the practice sheets for skin. Marilyn asked, when I do my small stroke in order to make them longer, do you connect to the short stroke then to make it longer? Yes, I do. Like I was showing you here, what I do is I do like a short stroke and then I'll go up about halfway and I'll pull it down, and then I'll go halfway and pull it down again. So I hope that makes sense for you. Let's see. So for Latino skin, and I don't know what other people use. There might be better colors. There might be worse colors. I don't know. But I use E11 and I use E21 and I use E13 and I use E35. Okay, so those are the colors. The cheeks, I usually use my favorite for cheeks no matter what is pretty much R20 and R30. Oh good, Marilyn, I'm glad that makes sense. So these are the colors that I'm going to be using today. And I will go ahead and put them on here for you. I used to have somewhere, and I think I have it in the units which order I go in, but I'll do it here too as I'm coloring, okay? So I'm gonna go with, because I go darkest to lightest, I'm gonna put those aside. So I'm gonna go darkest to lightest, so I'm gonna do, let's see, I'm just gonna put these down. Hey Dana, how are you? So there's 13, here's 35. And then we have 11, and we have 21. And sometimes even when I'm coloring, just coloring for me, not just for you guys, I will go ahead and put these numbers down just like this so that I remember what I used. And so, and like we were talking about in the group too, sometimes we don't know which order they go in. So it helps to just lay them out to see what we're doing, whether it be on your image or it be on a scrap piece of paper or whatever. So I'm going to go darkest to lightest as always, but because my dark is so dark, I'm going to start with E13. And it's going to be right around here. And if I can, I'm going to try and do one of our new images too. Not just the Marcy's. So I'm going to do a little bit of the top of her ear because she's going to have a little bit of a shadow there. And she'll have a shadow right where her face, even though the hair's there and her cheek is over here, she's still going to have a shadow for her hair. I don't normally use E04 for these just because these colors are kind of dark enough to where they can kind of do their own thing. And we'll do a little bit of a nose. Let's see. I was hoping to color along, but my oh no, that's sad. We all need our Copics. Everything is running so slow with everything going on right now though. So, but you're okay, you can still color along. So we're going to do E35 right over the top. I mean like right over the top of the E13, okay? And we're just going to do right where we would, but we're just using the E35 this is basically taking the place of E04. So this is going to just be my cast shadow part. So we're going to do just where it needs to go. And she'll have a little bit of a shadow on her ears. And then she'll have a shadow over here on her cheek. And I'm going to pull this out just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. Okay. Then I'm going to go back to E13. And I'm going to do her little smile lines. I don't know if that's what they're called. Smile lines, cheeky lines. I'm not sure. That's what I'm calling them. So you guys can tell me if it's right or if it's wrong. Now, I'm not going to go directly over the top, but I am going to blend it along the side of the E35. Okay? And don't worry about her eyeballs going in her eyeball. It's okay, because we can go back in there with a white gel pen and redo her eye where the little lines for her eyes are. So don't let things like that get in your way if you're worried about it. It's okay. And then I'm going to pull her cheek out a little bit more. And I'm actually going to pull this out a little bit and go underneath. I'm also going to pull this out a little bit more. Not much, but a little bit. White gel pen does fix everything. Everyone, I actually, from Angela, I used to go out of the lines with red marker and it would drive me bonkers. I mean, absolutely bonkers. until I saw one day in a video that Angela had done where she just went over the red, like outside the line. She just went over the red with a white marker. I was like, oh, that fixed everything. I love it. And she's been my hero ever since. So now we're going to use the E11. And we're going to pull these out a little bit more. Just small, I'm doing like small, like that. Just small little flicks, and I'm not going back all the way. I'm only going halfway, part way into the E13. Okay, just small. And I'm going to go a little bit under here to make the shadow for her lips. I'm going to pull this little cheeky out some more. Little smile line. And then I'm going to pull this out just slightly because her hair is covering, so that's making quite the shadow. So we're just going to pull this out. And actually, we can pull this out a little bit more because I completely forgot we're only using 4 colors. I'm used to using half of my colors. Okay, so we can move this, pull this out just a little bit past the eye because this side is shaded. This side isn't, so don't pull that past the eye. But this side is shaded because of her bangs, okay? Margine, you're going to have to tell me, is it Margine? Am I saying it right? I don't want to mess up your name, please. But hi, I'm so glad you're here. Super happy that you're here. I'm going to go ahead and, I got sidetracked, sorry. Put some 11 in here. I'm going to do a little bit on her nose. And now I'm going to do her wee little cheeks with the little... This one is not going to take much. We're just going to pull it out just slightly. Okay, this one will not, this cheek is not going to get as much. This one will come out about the same place that you did the E11. And then I'm going to go up a little bit. And I completely forgot to do her ear. What is it with her ears? I'm always forgetting to do ears. I don't know why. Well, I don't know. I don't have anything against ears. I just forget to do them constantly. Maybe it's because I'm so focused on the rest of the face. So we're going to go back to the cheeks. I'm going to pull out and make that R20 not so harsh. And pull it out a little bit with the R30. You're going to hear my dogs bark in a minute. I'm so sorry, but my husband's home from work. He had to go into work today. And one of my dogs likes to scream like a little banshee. So I'm so sorry about that. So now I'm going to use E21. And I'm going to go along and do the rest of her face and just kind of fill it in. And I'm just, again, short strokes. But I'm going over kind of all of it. Because the 21 is going to be basically, essentially it's going to be the E000 that we normally use on white skin. So we're just going to color the rest of that in. Make sure I get her ear this time. But it will help, this lighter color will help blend out anything that you have. Okay, any lines, I mean. And just blend that out. And I didn't do her neck either. That's okay. And I'm going over this just a couple of times. Just because I don't like the way it looks completely. There we go. Now, if you want to go back in like I do, I go back in sometimes and I will redo the darker a little bit to regain some of those shadows after I have the initial base coat down. And this is one of the things that makes me what you call a heavy-handed person that colors. Because I like those shadows. I like having the contrast, but my contrast I don't make with how people leave things uncolored or leave the white spots. I like my contrast to just be lighter colors. So I went in with my E35. Now I'm going in with my E13. And I'm going to pull this out a little bit. And I'm not doing all of it over. I'm just doing some of it again. And it's just so that I can get those nice shadows and the nice colors that I want. Like, I won't do the cheeks over, like the R20 and the R30. I won't do those over. I'm just doing the darker shades over. So now I've got my E11. I'm going to pull that out a bit. But you'll notice if you go over stuff a little bit more, it brings out more shadow and you can get more contrast with that last color. And you can just really get the color to be that nice, deep, rich color that you're hoping for. And then you can bring out like any cheek lines and things like that that you want. And like if you didn't leave contrast in one place, now you can leave the contrast where you want it. So that helps when you're coloring, especially if it's an image that you're not sure about. You can do that with. So, and then my sweet husband is here to bring me some Aura gel for my tooth. He's so nice. Thanks, babe. So, and you just bring all that back. And this is the E21. As you can tell, I'm not going over everything, just some of it, so I can leave that lighter contrast. Because when you go over stuff again, even with the same color, it's going to be darker. You're going to get more shadows. So that's why even if you don't have one of the colors, you can always just go over it again and it'll become darker. So there is some of that is on Marcy. So now we'll go ahead and we will do it on, for some reason my camera doesn't want to stay where I want it to stay. So sorry. Here we go. So now we're going to try it on, I'll do it on this one. The image that we just got today from our new sponsor, the East Wind. Yes, he is very sweet to help me out. I had a tooth pulled, extracted in the back of my jaw because I clench a lot when I sleep, and it was shoved really far all the way up into my jawbone and causing me to have migraines. So it was pulled and it hurts really super bad. So we're going to go ahead and start this one. We're going to do E13. So I'll just put these down here so y'all can see what I'm doing. And for anyone who's just like, this is the first time they've come, this is, these little boxes are nice. And then you can stick them in a journal if you have an art journal. E13. And then we're going to do E11. And there can be other colors out there for Latino skin. This is just the one that I have found that I can work with easiest and which one that I like the best. So if you find another combination and you want me to try it sometime, please feel free to let me know and I will go ahead and give it a go. So here is our color scheme for this time. This time she's wearing a mask and she has some other features, and I'll go ahead and do the eyes as well. So we're going to start with E13. This one she won't have too many cast shadows because her hair is up. See, she's got an ear over here. I better not forget the ears. I'm good at that. Here we go. And again, I'm just using very, very small, thin strokes. Let's see, which way will I have the... I'll have the sun coming from this way. Or maybe I'll just have it coming right at the front. That'd probably be easier. So we'll just have the sun coming at her from the front, both sides. And I'm going to go around the mask because that's obviously going to show a shadow. Meadow's here to visit everybody. My daughter, I told you I was stingy with my markers. So here we go. Are you going to color with us, Meadow?
Yeah, I think Daddy said something about Starbucks. So.
Oh, okay. So let's see. Now we're going to do the E35. Whoops, there we go. So we're going to have a little bit of E35 right here. Just a little because of her hair coming down. And then we'll do a little bit of E35 here. And then we'll do some along her mask. Just small, thin strokes. And I'm going right over the E13. And we're going to do some cast shadow underneath her neck. And we're going to do some inside, just the little tiny nooks inside of her ear right here. And a little bit on the outside because her hair would be touching her ear. Now I'm going to do E13 again. And I'm going to pull it out just slightly. We probably won't have to use the cheek colors since she has a mask on. So I'm not going to worry about those right now. And I'm going to pull this out. And we don't have to worry about a nose. We don't have to worry about anything. So this is quite the easy image if you think about it, as far as faces go. And I'm going to pull this out. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of shadow here to encompass her hair. Okay, now we're going to move on to E11. And if you guys want this image, I forgot to say, I'm so sorry. If you guys want this image with the practice, it's in the files. It should be one of the top 2 files. There's this one, and then there's Prayer, which is this one here. And she's got the wavy hair, long wavy hair, and the braid. I mean, this is just perfect for practicing hair. So I'm so sorry. Today has just been crazy. I woke up so late. So I'm pulling this out about halfway. Or I'm just going back in halfway. I'm not going all the way back in. Don't go all the way to here. Just halfway. Because you'll get to smooth those lines out later. Don't worry about the lines right now. And then we're going to go in with the E21. And we're just going to fill the rest of it in. This one, again, you can go all the way back. This is the one that's going to fill in and take care of those lines and the blending for you. So you just kind of go back in over the whole thing. Just watch her little eyes, because she does, East Wind does an amazing job with eyes and things, so she leaves the white spots and stuff like that for us. But see how I had that huge line here and now it's all blended because of the E21. You don't want to blend with every single color. You just want to blend with your last lightest color. Ooh, there's the sun. Nice. I can see what I'm doing a little bit more now. Okay. This one doesn't have a whole lot of shadow for me to go back over, but I would like to go out and create more of a shadow with her mask. But instead of going in with the 35, I'm just going to go in with the 13. And I'm going to put a little bit of shadow here. And I'm going to put a little bit of a shadow, more of a shadow here. Okay. Because that's pretty much all the, well, maybe I'll do a little bit here too. But that's pretty much all the shadow we really need for this image. Whoops. And then we'll do 11. And I'm going to go up the side a little bit. I mean, the shadow wouldn't come up this far, so I need to tone that down a little bit with the E20, or the E21 again, because the shadow shouldn't come up that far. But we make mistakes when we're coloring, and it's okie dokie. It's okay. Oh, you guys missed it, but when we were in the Zoom, I was telling Paula and I was telling Marilyn, if you make a mistake, like say you colored all the clothes and all the clothes were magnificent, but then you messed up on the skin, cut the head off. I know that sounds bad. Meadow here can tell you, she comes in my office all the time and says, oh, I see you decapitated Marcy again. Because I will. If I colored all of her clothes, great, or maybe I messed up on her hair, or I messed up on her skin, I will cut that off, and then it's just like Marilyn said, it's just like paper piecing. You just paste it, put it back on, or you pop it up. I'm trying to think of one that I have right now. Like I have Marcy heads laying around because I did good on the head, but I messed up the clothes. So don't throw an image away. When you're coloring, if you mess it up or something like that and you did the rest of it good, don't throw it away. Cut it out. Cut their head off. Cut their whatever off. Okay? Meadow's over here laughing. So say I messed up her skin or I messed up her hair, but I did a really good job on her mask. I would cut her mask off and then I would stick it on another one. So don't get rid of your images. Keep your images. Okay, everybody? Meadow, can you go see if there's one up there? Like maybe the Marcy that I did or something like that, that I cut somebody's head off so I can show them. Oh yeah, I did mess up the B one. Can you get that one? So Meadow's getting you guys a sample of me messing one up so that you can see what I do. If you ever see me say, oh, look it, I popped this up. So this one, let me see, I gotta go back so I can make sure I'm on the, so this one, I messed up the bottom, the very, very bottom one, okay? But I kept the wings and I just did those. And then I did the different layers. I didn't do this to make it look magnificent or make it look 3D. If I ever make anything to make it look 3D, I did it because I screwed it up. Now you guys know my secret, okay? So this one has like 3 or 4 layers because I just went for it and I kept messing up all the yellow and stuff that was on the B. So if you mess something up, don't throw it away, okay? So keep your images, really. Does anybody have any questions for me on the skin at all? I'm gonna go ahead and do the eyes. So let's see, I like nice, big, bright eyes. I love it when you've got, you know, a darker, I even did it on one where I did all black and white. The image was just all black and white sepia, but I did the eyes, I did them green. Okay, so this time we're gonna do blue eyes. We're gonna do, you can barely see that, but that is B quad 0. And then we're gonna do B double 0. And we're gonna do BO2. And then I need, we're gonna try C1 first and see if that's dark enough. Okay, so I'm gonna start with, my pens wanna roll and my table's not even crooked, how funny. So I'm gonna start with the B02. You can see how her eye, this eye goes all the way to here, because you don't wanna get the white. And this one goes from here to here. Now I've got 2 white spots right here, but I can, like I said, the white gel pen fixes everything. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna do the blue, right, the darkest blue right across the top. Okay. Then I'm gonna go in with the B00, and I'm gonna pull that darkest blue down. Not all the way. I'm leaving a little bit at the bottom, but I'm pulling that down in just tiny, 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 tiny strokes. And then I'm gonna fill in the rest of it with the B triple or quad 0. And we'll get those nice, beautiful, big, bright blue eyes. And then your eyelids, to get those shadows, your eyelids always cast a shadow in your eyes, whether you see it or not, it's there. So from the corner of her eye, I'm just going up and over in the same shape as her eyelid, just a very thin, thin line. Okay, just like this. There we go. So now her eyes look shaded, and then we lost the white part. The image of the bee is Aurora Wings. I can give you the link after I'm all done. I'll go ahead and put it in the description of this, okay? But that is an Aurora Wings image. So I'm going to put the white of her eye back in where it's supposed to go. And there is that one. So I have the links to this in the file if you guys want that one. This one actually has like little rolls of toilet paper around it. I don't know if you guys are tired of these types of images or not. If you are, I'm really sorry. I don't mean to offend. I just thought that the hair was perfect for practice, and I thought the skin and the eyes were just amazing for practice as well. So this one is also in the files, and you will be able to, there's a link to that image as well, and we will be practicing the hair on this when we go into braids. This is more hair that you can pick out and do. I don't have this one in the files yet, but I will soon. Okay? So, do you guys have any questions or anything like that? Let's see. You love them. Good. I'm so glad that you guys love the images. I actually really love this one with the hair as well. Here's the hair, a little bit of the hair that we did in the Zoom. So this one was a lot of fun. I might go ahead and finish this image, like this one, the whole image, and put it on a card for you guys to see. So, but there's this one, and this one's just a lot of fun. I really like it. So it's 3:54. Do you guys want me to go longer, or do you have any questions? Because we kind of went over. I don't have any other Latino skin colors to try. I will look for some more, and I will put them up if I see them. And if I don't see them, then this is what I have. So sorry. Let me look in my book. Yeah, this is, see, this is, oh, I do have this one where you take the E35 out, and it's just E11, 13, and 21. So this is where I keep some of my skin colors and stuff. So, Marilyn, if you still have problems with your strokes or anything like that, there's the practice stroke sheet I will go ahead and tag you on. So if you want to print that out, you can, but you don't have to print it out. It's basically just, you know, it's a box, you know, it's just a printed box, and you just practice your strokes. Like these ones are going to be fat for me, because that's when I pull or push, that's what I do. And then your thinner strokes, and you can do thin, or you can do like super thin. And this is just, remember, it's how much pressure you put on your pen. So if you're putting a lot of pressure or going from the side, you're going to get some fat strokes. And watch when you push down, if your tip bends. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but when your tip bends, then that is going to be how much pressure you're putting. My tip isn't bending at all when I do the thin strokes. Like, not at all. I'm just using the very tip of the pen. So you can just practice your thick ones, your thin ones, how much pressure. Just watch yourself, see how much pressure you're putting on the pen, and then you can practice your squiggles on that practice sheet, but you don't have to have the sheet for that. You can just squiggle your life away, or you can practice your dots. Okay? So, and you can do same with dots. You can get thicker dots, or you can get thin dots. So, just remember, it's how much pressure you use and which position you're holding your pen. Now, Marilyn, you said you were holding your pen down here, which my hands are, I got some chunky hands, I ain't gonna lie. I can't do real well that way. This is more comfortable for me. So, and I'm sure I've seen other people hold their pen all the way down here, And I can't do that. It's not comfortable for me. So get a comfortable spot on your pen and where it's going to be comfortable for you, because the more comfort you have, the happier you're going to be, the more comfortable you're going to be, the better your practice is going to be. Okay? So I am going to get going. Unless you guys have some more questions, but like I said, you guys are always welcome to instant message me. You guys are always welcome to ask me for any help on any image that you're using. Please, I'm at your disposal. The only time I don't really answer a whole lot is if I'm homeschooling the kids. Then they might be doing a test or, you know, something like that. So, practice where you hold your markers and ask me for help. I'm here for you. Okay? I will see you guys on Tuesday at 3 o'clock. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye.